19.2 million people watched Britain's Got Talent on Saturday night. It was the grand final, and our local boy, Julian Smith, the saxophonist, came third. And I'm delighted to say he joins us now. Good morning, Julian.
Good morning, Joe. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What I want to know is, how are you? You must be on cloud nine this morning.
I'm fine, but I've just had to say I was on hold there listening to Lamar, and that's what I love that song. So thanks for that.
Do you play it on the saxophone, Julian?
No, I don't play on the saxophone. I love listening to it. I love his voice.
Well, maybe that's your next number you could learn. But seriously, Julian, what's it been like? You came third. I mean, I never thought, honestly, a guy playing an instrument, a musician, could come so high up in that competition. No. You always kind of think the singers are going to do it, the dancers are cute. I voted for you 3 times. My neighbours were all texting for you as well. But you must be delighted.
No, I mean, I think for me it was kind of a David and Goliath contest, really, with singers and dancers, because, you know, there's programs called I Think You Can Dance, there's X Factor, there's nothing called Sax Factor, or do you think you play sax? I was well out of the way, really, and you know, somebody told me that after Susan Boyle to get into the final, I had the next most votes, which I was absolutely amazed by. So, you know, I was so happy to get third place, but, you know, I thought Diversity were amazing and deserved to win, but, you know, third was winning for me, really, honestly.
Well, I have to say, Julia, I mean, you were on last, though. What was that like?
Yeah,
you were top of the bill.
Yeah, that was... it was really nice to be put in that place, but also it piled even more pressure on top of me, and I was pacing around, as I mentioned, and I was just so scared that, you know, I was going to slip or make a mistake. And I think what happened the night before with Holly, it kind of probably put it in everybody's mind that it could happen to you, you know. Yeah. I was really thinking, well, all these people watching, I'm last. Please don't make a mistake.
And how did you feel when you stood on that stage? I mean, obviously you didn't know 19.2 million people were listening to you at that point, but how did you keep your fingers steady? And the breathing, because you have to do such controlled breathing with the sax, don't you?
Yes, I just went out there and I just did what I normally do, and I tried not to think about all those other factors, really. I tried to block it out and just play. I mean, obviously, you know, I wear a hat, and I got my monitors in my ears, so the sound's going right into my ears. So I'm kind of almost in my own little world in there, really, and it made it quite good because it was blocking everything out. I just listened to the music and played along with it, and then, you know, waited for the comments.
Well, I'm glad you wore your trademark woolly hat on such a lovely summer Saturday. And I saw you trying to grab your earpieces out when Ant and Det were talking to you afterwards. But, you know, there was various reaction in the paper. I mean, obviously Susan Boyle is everywhere today for another reason, and we wish her well. A reaction in the paper yesterday saying that you were actually already a recording artist and you'd already worked for Simon Cowell. But
I'd like to set that record straight, really, to be honest. I mean, I did have some albums on, some tracks on a compilation album called Sony's Classic Chill Out album by Sony, but that was like 6 years ago. It was nothing to do with Simon Cowell whatsoever. So that link, they've just put the 2 and 2 together and made 5, you know. I've never met Simon Cowell in my life, and I auditioned just like everybody else, and the fact that I got the album deal as a result of being on those Chill Out albums, but my album just didn't come out. They didn't want to do it. So we recorded it. They didn't put the album out. So then what do? I'm just totally back to square one. So I just entered the competition like everyone else, and since that time all I've done is playing in restaurants and bars and done functions. So kind of the people have made it out to be much bigger than it was. I mean, lots of people have tracks on compilations albums that you never hear of, but just because I'm on there, they've kind of pulled me out and said all this stuff. But
well, I'm glad you set the record straight. And also, often it's the way that TV producers create your story for the show, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you never said, "Oh, I didn't do that album," but you did say, "I'm a sax teacher. I've been playing forever, been busking around," which is all true.
Well, actually,
so you did not lie, Julian.
No, to be honest with you, I didn't even. They cut out even the fact that I said I play. They edited my first audition. And when I said I play, I mix it up between teaching the saxophone and playing in restaurants and functions. They cut that out completely, so nobody heard me actually say that I even played in bars. So it looked like I was trying to hold everything back, but it's obviously they've just got an amount of time to edit something to fit everybody into the program, and they cut certain things out. And you know, I realise now with TV, it is all in the editing, and you know.
And they have a tough job to do, to edit all that footage that they have down. But let's not take it away from you. You came third. What's next for you, Julian?
Well, obviously, the next thing is the tour. We start rehearsing in a week's time, so that's really, really exciting to be doing that. I mean, I watched it back myself because I haven't seen it on TV, and I watched it last night, and I must admit, sitting and watching it like a normal, the public would have been watching it, I was looking at it thinking, oh, I'd love to go and see all these people live. So I'm hoping that's going to be well attended.
It's going to be a great variety show, and I think you start in Birmingham, don't you?
Yeah, starting in the best place, obviously.
Brilliant, and Stephen Mulhern will be the compere. He's fantastic as well.
Absolutely.
So I think it's going to be a great variety show, which is what we need in this country, and I think they should have you on the Raw Variety as well, Julian.
Well, I read in the paper, and I now believe you can't believe anything you read in the paper, but I heard that Prince Harry was rooting for me.
Oh, there you go. So it was me and my neighbours and Prince Harry. We put you there, Julian. But it's absolutely fantastic. You're a great sax player, and I know that friends of mine have followed you for years around Birmingham, playing in restaurants, and they're real supporters of you, and they are delighted that finally you've got the recognition you deserve.
Thank you,
on behalf of everybody in the Midlands really does have talent. We had three guys in the final, so we can all be very proud. And third place, Julian, I wish you all the luck in the world, and keep us informed. And when you come back with the tour, don't forget, we interviewed you before anybody else. We want you back in the studio.
Definitely, I can't wait to get back in the studio.
Brilliant.
And thanks to everybody who voted. Thank you.
Julian, I don't even change your sex now. Julian Smith, congratulations. Lovely to speak to you this morning.
Have a good